My name is Thomas Kelly, Director of Retention here at Worcester State, and this is Welcome to Worcester State. Welcome to Worcester State is an online web show where each week we're joined by important guests to talk about important topics that are part of a student's transition to Worcester State. This week I'm excited to be joined by Jennifer English, Associate Director of Financial Aid here at Worcester State. Jen, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So can you tell me a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the Financial Aid Office here at Worcester State?
I've been at Worcester State since the year 2000, so I've been here for 18 years now. I know.
That's awesome.
And in that time, my office has stayed pretty stable. We still have 8 women in the office who process all the financial aid for Worcester State. We're receiving FAFSAs very fast right now and trying to review them as fast as we can.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So some of the, wow, 2,000.
Yeah.
We're not going to harp on that too much, but that is, congratulations.
Why, thank you.
You're going to get a watch soon. All right. For those of you watching at home, the longer you stay at places, you get things. So, eventually you get like a watch. I don't know. I'll probably cut this part. All right. So as you know, we do have some questions planned for today. So let's get started with that. So a student's been accepted to Worcester State. What do they need to do to apply for financial aid?
Sure. The big thing to apply for financial aid at Worcester State is to complete a FAFSA. The FAFSA can be found online, and the FAFSA should be filled out by May 1st if possible. May 1 is our priority date, our on-time deadline. It's an on-time deadline for Worcester State. It's also an on-time deadline for a lot of states' financial aid. So you want to make sure to get that done by the end of this month.
Great. So can you tell us a little bit about the Worcester State award letter and what should a student be looking for once they receive that?
Sure. The award letter that we send out to all of our students has information on what we can award from the financial aid office. It's typically need-based aid, so your Pell Grants, your federal student loans, different things like that. The important thing for a lot of our incoming students is to figure out what the bottom line is going to be. That's why we also include what's called an estimated cost worksheet. It gives you an idea of what your costs are going to look like for next year. Subtract out that award that was on your financial aid award and come up with a bottom line of whether you can afford Worcester State, what kind of additional aid that you're going to need to look into, that sort of stuff.
Great. So what should the student do once they receive their award letter?
Sure. So the award letter is going to come in 2 parts. We're going to have 2 copies of the award letter. One of those copies needs to be completed and returned back to us. It will allow you to accept or decline your awards. It will also allow you to verify where you're planning on living, on campus or off campus. That's an important piece of information for us to know. Also, make sure to take a look at all those inserts that we include because it includes a lot of important information.
Awesome. So what are some things that a new student should be keeping in mind about financial aid in general?
Sure. So there's a couple of things. With that award letter, if you do plan on accepting your federal student loans, you are going to need to do an entrance counseling session and a master promissory note. So keep that in mind and pay attention to that bright orange insert labeled very important. We give you the information on where to do your entrance and master promissory note. If we included work study as part of your financial aid award, you're going to need to do some follow-up on that. Keep an eye, if you did accept your work study, keep an eye on your worcester.edu email address because we'll be sending information on how to get a job to your email address. And last but not least, make sure to check, if you're living on campus, make sure to check your mailbox frequently because we do mail things to you, the student. So that means that if you're living on campus, it's going to your on-campus mailbox, not to home. And last but not least, remember, every year you have to file your FAFSA.
Yeah. And when can students start filing FAFSAs for a future year?
Sure. You can start filing your FAFSA as early as October 1st every year. I'm reminding students, keep maybe Halloween as your day to file the FAFSA. I know it's a spooky form, so it's really good to kind of link those 2 things together.
Great. And for those of you who are going to be resident students, Residence Life will assign you your mailbox once you're on campus. So once you come for move-in day, you'll get your mailbox assignment, and that's the one that's really important to check for those financial aid materials. So those are all the questions that we have planned. As you already know, we do have this magical random wheel of questions here, I got the wheel right here.
Okay.
So if you want to spin the wheel, I will then ask the question associated with the result.
Okay.
I didn't like that one. Oh. All right. So that fell in the middle, so you can choose either bookstore or fun fact.
How about a fun fact?
All right, so a fun fact. So the question is, what is a fun fact either about you or about your office here at Worcester State?
Ooh.
You wish you didn't leave with how long you've been here, right?
I know. About me, I love to hike, so when I'm not here on the Worcester State campus, you'll usually find me driving north to head up to New Hampshire to hike mountains.
Awesome. There you go. Great. Okay, so those have been all of our questions for today. This has been Welcome to Worcester State. If you want to watch more of our episodes, you can go to youtube.com/Worcester State. There's a playlist called Welcome to Worcester State. Every episode will be up there. We release them every Wednesday. So make sure that you continue to check that playlist for new episodes. My name's Thomas Kelly. I'm Director of Retention. This has been Jennifer English, Associate Director of Financial Aid. Thank you for joining us. Happy Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Happy Wednesday.